What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Turbo. If you enjoy this content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so to start off with the usual Bitcoin update, not a whole lot has changed since my video yesterday. In my video yesterday, I was showing you guys Bitcoin in the 4 hour, and I was telling you guys to watch the 200-day moving average and previous support. And 81.5k is the previous support level because this is the double bottom that we have formed. In fact, you could actually argue that it's a triple bottom. So right now you are looking for 81.5k to hold as support. Now, what's interesting though about Bitcoin is the 4 hour doesn't look bad. If you look at the daily time frame, I would also argue that the daily doesn't really look bad. I don't think the daily looks perfect, but you could still argue that the inverted head and shoulder pattern is intact. If you guys have been watching my content in the past, this is the pattern that I've been talking about a lot. We already had the left shoulder formed, we had the head formed, we needed to fill out the right shoulder. Now, as we stand right now, you could argue that the right shoulder is actually filling out. And inverted head and shoulder patterns can break out parabolically. So there is absolutely a chance that this plays out. However, where I start to have an issue is the 3-day time frame. I'll be honest with you guys, the 3-day doesn't look near as good as some of the other time frames. The 3-day looks like it's potentially starting to form a bear flag, and bear flags are obviously not good patterns at all. However, things are a little bit different when you look at the weekly time frame. When you look at the weekly time frame, we're oversold on the stochastics, we're oversold on the RSI. Now, I don't like it all that this recent candle came up and created tweezer tops. However, this was because of the tariff news. So from a technical analysis standpoint, it doesn't look good, but it was macro news that created it. So that's where you kind of have to form your own opinion. But it's just interesting because the monthly looks good, the weekly looks good, the daily looks good, the 4 hour looks good. It's really the 3-day to me that doesn't really look great. But there are many other time frames out there that can offset it. Now, as for Ethereum, I'm not going to go super in depth into it just because I'll be repeating the exact same thing I've been saying in every single video. The reality of Ethereum is that we are oversold on pretty much every single larger time frame out there. We're oversold on the weekly, the 2-week, the 1 month, the 3 month, everything. If you just look at the weekly specifically, we have not been this oversold on the RSI since 2022. And every single time throughout Ethereum's history, we've had a strong breakout when we've been this oversold. Now the question is, when will we actually get the breakout? Nobody knows. But the reason that Ethereum is so important, especially for a project like Turbo, is because Turbo is an ERC20. If Ethereum breaks out, it's naturally going to bring Turbo up with it. But if Ethereum continues to drop, it's going to take Turbo down with it. If you look at the Turbo chart right now, we were holding a very strong support level for a very long time. However, price action ended up losing the support level. And I know this freaked out a lot of people. And in normal circumstances, I would completely understand this. If it was only Turbo dropping right now, then it would make perfect sense for you guys to be worried. But the reality is it's not only Turbo dropping. You have to understand, these support levels are basically August through September. Look at Ethereum again. Ethereum has also lost those same support levels. So right now, Turbo is just following Ethereum and you can't really expect anything else. The reality of Turbo is that we are more than likely not going to see a reversal until Ethereum has a reversal. You just have to understand that. When you look at the Turbo X account, nothing has changed. They're engaging with their community every day and they're constantly having new collaborations. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a Turbo issue. I know it's difficult for a lot of people to understand that, but Ethereum is the main priority. If Ethereum breaks out, Turbo is probably going to break out as well. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We're here for the market pumps, we're here for the market dumps, we're here for everything. And obviously I'm biased, but I've always been of the belief that it's easier to navigate through the market when you're with a community. But we've also been making huge gains in this community. My Discord's around 1 year old and we've already called 6 different 200x projects. And market conditions will turn around again eventually. So if this is the kind of community that you wish to be a part of, you'll find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you guys still believe in Turbo long term. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.